Okay, welcome back to Paddy's Golf Tips. I said recently that I felt this site, YouTube, was all about trying to get every single golfer in the world to single figure handicap. So that's my aspiration. I want to help you all out. But I realised after I said it, and I went back to my Paddy's Golf Tips, that all the tips I've kind of been given are one-off in certain areas of the game and leaving it for you guys to put together. So I've decided now, in my next set of Paddy's Golf Tips, to do a plan for you. A set progression of what I would do if you came to me as a beginner, or if you came to me as a golfer who's playing for a number of years but is stuck, say, at a 18 handicap and wants to get down to 9, stuck at a 15 handicap. What I would say to you, this is especially relevant for somebody who wants to reset, whether you're starting and you want to go fresh, or whether you're playing for a while and you want to reset things and get back to a position that you can play off single figure handicap.
The winner of the gold medal and the champion golfer of the year is Padraig Harrington.
Okay, welcome back to Paddy's Golf Tips. We're going to cover bunkers. Now, to be a single figure golfer, you don't need to be a genius out bunkers, but you've got to be able to get out of bunkers. And hopefully the simple ones you can get to a reasonable distance to give yourself a chance of getting up and down. But the main thing is you're getting out of the bunker on the green and taking no more than 3 shots. So, again, we're going to start without a golf ball. Again, you can do this. You can do it like your chipping practice, but put a line in the sand, like so, and then to start, left heel, probably left heel just a fraction ahead of the line, and just continue to hit the left hand side of that line. We don't mind how far in front, just keep walking down the line, hit that side. That's all there is to it. We don't want you to help it and do any of this. We don't, none of this backing up. Oftentimes what you'll find is you'll sit in your left hand side like so. So if I do that line again, you're gonna, ooh, got a little bit behind it, sit in the left hand side like so. Okay, so just like the chipping, if that was a towel, we want to be this side of it. Always body, head, weight, all left of it, so that we swing down steep with our shoulders and arms, and our hands will then work under it naturally. Okay, so let's see what that is in action. Okay, I will say you're much better off practicing off firm sand. Okay, if the sand is very soft, I know in Ireland, whenever I go to the local golf clubs, they have so much sand in the bunkers, that's really hard to play off. Now, the reason they have so much sand is some well-meaning person has hit one over the green, and they, not knowing why they hit it over the green, they use the excuse there was no sand, and then the greenkeeper has to put more sand in. It's not a good thing to practice with a lot of sand. It's very hard to hit good bunker shots. So if anything, make it nice and firm. You know, get it so it's firm when you're playing, practicing, and then put a line in it for practice. Okay, so I'm going to put the ball, I don't mind that it's sitting up nicely on the left edge of that line. Line should be there, just like so. I'm going to lean in. You see my weight. I got a little bit behind it. Now, it came out, you can see that was where the line was, and I hit behind it. And that's why, if you see it on the green, the ball didn't spin, because I didn't get good contact. But it wasn't my worst shot ever. It would, you know, a lot of times that would finish up okay on the golf course. So, nice lie again. Sit on the left hand side. There we go, beautiful. Check it up, spin. Okay, do that again. Nice lie. Lean into the left hand side. Nice high, plenty of check. I can see I'm coming in. I am hitting slightly behind that, but I'm not trying to. That which is the key here. The one thing I don't want, the last thing I don't want is me leaning back, and that's what a lot of amateurs do. They hit that much behind, and that's why they don't get a good strike. You've got to make sure you stay on the left hand side, like so. And a nice kind of hit the start of the line. Okay, I am making this hard. right, you will notice. So some people will want to know, well, how much do I take it back on the outside? How much do I cut across it? How much do I open the club face? Don't really need to do any of those too much. By leaning left will make your swing steep and make you cut across it a little bit. And that usually is enough. I was opening up the club face there. In general, I would say for you guys starting off, you know, you don't really need to do that. So, especially if the sand is firm, there's a square club face. Okay, my stance is square, but I'm leaning left. Just a straightforward shot, and you can see that was easier to stay left of the line. There was less bounce. That's pretty tight now. Go and move another little bit. So square face. Again, not my best. But again, just cut a little bit of the line, but it worked out. So I'm not saying at your level just to play to single figures, you don't need to open up the club face and expose it. That's going to hit more behind. But again, I'm leaning in. I get the higher shot. It's natural for you to come across it. You don't need to add it in. And if you are a decent player, the worst mistake you can make, if you're a decent player and you see this all the time, is you set up a little open, face a little open. The worst mistake is to add more out, because if you go out, you're going to go in, and you're going to shank it or do that. You're better off being a little squarer and take it back on your plane, and if anything, pull across it, like so. If you're going to hit it, oh, I got behind that. I lifted up, hit too far behind that. A lot of talking going on. Let's see if we get a nicer strike. Okay, there we go. A little bit behind it. Okay, so again, don't look for too much out of the bunkers to start off with. Always try, and when you're practicing, put a little line there. Lean in. Nice. Okay, I kind of hit on the line. I think amateurs are very afraid of getting the ball first. Okay, look, if you're going to be a good bunker player, you're going to hit one the odd time a little bit clean and go a bit far. But if you want to be a bad bunker player all your life, by all means hit a foot behind. It's not going to fly over the green. You're going to complain about the sand or something, but you can't get the ball out hitting the ground back there when the ball is up here. Or you can't get out effectively. Get left. Okay, and if you want to maybe put a couple of balls, again, you can always practice like before. Just, oh, a bit clean. But again, clean is not the end of the world. For a good bunker player, clean is better than fat. Like so. Okay, so that's it. Just get left. If you're thinking of anything, you want to go in and over. So if anything, square and over the top, or in and over the top. We don't ever want out and under, but in general, just put a line in the sand and continue to get left of it, just like the chipping. And once you're left of it, when you come in, you'll naturally be able to just release the club up. That's why you have to have a good grip, so your wrist can work like that. Non-negotiable, that grip. Okay, that would be exaggerated, and that would be high level stuff. You just need to make sure you're hitting left of the sand by leaning left. That's all there is to bunker shots. Again, you've got to be able to get out and have a fair idea that you can hit it, you know, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards. Once you get 25 and up, it's harder, but as long as you can hit most bunker shots, I think, are measured at like 15 yards, somewhere between 10 and 20 yards. So as long as you can carry it sort of 10 yards, you'll be okay out of bunkers.